This vehicle is the Aufkl Panther. This is a German Tier 7 light tank. I believe it's a premium tank. We'll look at that in a moment. I believe that Panzer means Panther, which is possibly repeated. It is available on the black market for 3 million silver, and on the NA server we have 3,000 items. Um, this vehicle is, it's kind of an average vehicle. There's really nothing special about it in terms of the penetration and the speed. Actually, the armor is pretty good for a light tank when you compare it to the other vehicles. There are 5 crew members, and it is a premium tank, which means you get the additional free experience, crew experience, credits, and you can use your crew from your other German light tanks. There's not a lot of Tier 7 premium light tanks. You've got the T-71, the Type 62, and the AMX 1357. You can see from the penetration that the penetration is just kind of average. And you're going to have to probably work on spotting with this vehicle or getting behind the enemy or hitting it on the side. The armor is actually pretty good. The armor is stronger than the other light tanks. Unfortunately, that does also make it the slowest of these vehicles. The speed comes in at 55, while the T-71 comes in at 64. It's substantially faster. The armor is obviously substantially stronger than the other vehicles. Between these vehicles, the T-71, the Type 62, the AMX 1357, I've played them all. Type 62 is a great tank, and it should be available in the tech tree, purchased for gold. And the AMX 1357 is also, I used to believe it was the top tank in the game before the wheeled vehicles came along. The T-71 is pretty good. Just going to check the gun out real quick. The 1357 is an autoloader. The aim is really good. It fires very rapidly, very quickly. I really enjoy playing it. One of the issues I do have with this vehicle, the Aufkl Panther, is that because of the lower speed, the fact that it's a light tank, it's going to hurt a little bit being slower. And that does bother me. I don't like to play slow tanks. I like fast tanks. If you can deal with the fact that it's slower, you might want to consider it. We're going to look at the German tech tree. You can see we've got these light tanks coming across. The Rom Panzer, the RU-251, HWK-12, the SPIC VK-2801, Leopard, Lux. Some of these vehicles are really good. Like the Rom Panzer has some of the greatest spotting range in the game. The RU-251 used to be the fastest vehicle in the game. Some of these lower vehicles, they have autoloaders. They're fun to play. So if you're playing these and you want to train your crews, you might enjoy having the German vehicle that's available in the black market. There it is. I do believe that this piece on the front is only decorative. Perhaps it is in case you get your tank stuck in the mud. You would put this track in front of your tracks, and it allows you to drive out. That's possibly what it is, but I'm not sure. Okay, so it is available for 3 million. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to bid on it. I think I am going to bid on it. So I'm going to talk real quick about the bids. People have been bidding a lot more than I thought, but remember, the more you go towards the end, the better bids you're going to get. 3 million silver. Don't be surprised if this goes for like 5 million or something like that, or 6 million. There's only 3,000 items. Keep in mind that on the other servers, you're going to have to play more. It is an open auction, which means that you have to sit throughout the day watching what the bid is. You see how it says competitive bid over here? So I'm going to place a bid. And what's going to happen is periodically throughout the day, it's going to update the bid, and you'll have a chance to increase your bid. They've done this with one other vehicle this week, and I don't know how it ended up in terms of the final value. And you see over here, you've got number of participants. Basically, the competitive bid is going to be either the median or the mean. It's somewhere in the middle. Half of the leading bids are higher than the competitive bid. So what's going to happen is it's going to take half of the bidders, and whatever the bottom number is what's going to be put over here, which means you can bid under that amount. Okay, so I'll be watching it throughout the day, and if you have any questions or comments, please post below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am a light tank player. I'm very good. I get top games, and I rank #1 in the Hall of Fame with the light tanks. I've completed, all of the missions, the campaign missions for light tanks. I do it very easily, and I do have virtually every premium light tank in the game. Okay, in terms of equipping it, you're probably going to want to equip it for spotting, which is obvious. One of the things that I do in order to avoid getting tracked, I use the equipment. I believe I don't know if it's called hardening or something. But what it does is it strengthens your track, so it increases the hit points of your tracks. So if you get hit in the track, your vehicle just keeps on going. And that's one of the pieces of equipment I use. Obviously, I use the coated optics, and you could use vents, but I often use the muffler so that I can increase my concealment. Be aware that when you use the muffler, you should check your concealment value, because if it doesn't increase if the low noise exhaust system does not increase your value very much, you shouldn't use it. I only use it if I see a +6 or a +8 gain on my concealment. The reason why is because I do play deep into enemy territory, and I'm usually the first one spotted in the game, and I want to have the advantage of being able to hide better. It's also good when you snipe with a vehicle. Okay, if you got any questions or comments, please post below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.